Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters cast. Going to be having a great game here today. Let's start off by introducing the players. Up the top left side of the map is Mr. MMA. He is, of course, 25 years of age from South Korea. Plays for Team Acer, as he has done for quite some time. When did he join that team anyway? End of 2012. So that was an insane amount of time ago. Considering there's some players who switch teams like every few months or so. But I guess he must be doing a good job because they're not letting go of him. And his opponent up the top right side of the map is Mr. Snute, who is 24 years of age from Norway, plays for Team Liquid, another one of the really great teams. And yeah, so these guys are going to be going at it. I think we've cast one game in this series already, maybe a couple of weeks ago, between MMA and Snute. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this game goes, because I can honestly not remember how the last game went. So, oh, very nice. There's 4 workers all going out to kill that one worker, and I'm not sure I understand the maths behind that, because yes, you kill the scout. I guess they must have been moving over to get this base, or they were already over there or doing something, I don't know. But regardless, they are good, and he's moved the barracks down here actually. Get the Marines out a little bit closer to the front, maybe to help get the wall off a little bit closer. But yeah, it definitely looks like the barracks belongs here, based on where he's put the supply depots. But I guess with an early expansion, it does, you don't get as much out of actually having a wall here. I mean, it's still not bad though. It's still not bad, because you got to remember, you can lift this base up and oh, 4 Lings, 4 Marines. Yeah, he's not going to be worried there. Look at these guys getting destroyed very fast. Lings cannot stand up to Marines for obvious reasons, but even 8 Lings versus 4 Marines, I still think the Lings would probably get owned. Not 100% sure, but looks like they're both going for the watchtower right here. The Lings got to keep on running. They hit the watchtower and then they see the Marines chasing them, and the Marines must have seen the Lings running off to the side of the screen, but they're like, yeah, that's cool. That is cool. And meanwhile, macro for both players, we have got MMA's quite a bit behind actually. It's about 10 workers behind. So Snute, with that 8 workers that he just built, has already bought himself a gap, and as long as he maintains that gap in this game, I think he's going to be fine. The only thing that MMA could do is to get a 3rd base, and it looks like he is going to get it, actually putting it down the bottom so he can push workers out over there, which is interesting. Usually you put it at the safer position up the top, and yeah, putting it down the bottom, that's fine. I suppose it's a bit quicker to move it over to the gold, and also since this overlord is over there, it's not going to get spotted as quickly as it might, although once it starts landing. Did that Link see anything? No, didn't get far enough up the ramp. So overlords are everywhere, man, all over the place here. Snoot's doing a really good job of getting the potential scouting ready, and here we go. The Hellion are going to be chasing this guy. They do finally see it, and they do destroy it. So there we go. 1 victory for the Hellions. And yeah, whether or not they're going to be able to get any more victories, I do not know. There's a fair amount of queens here, and yeah, they do see that 3rd base. I'm pretty sure they spotted that 3rd base. Yes, they do. Overlord coming in for a suicide scout. Not really seeing anything here. So Snute sacks an overlord, but is pretty happy that there's no buildings around this area. So he's got to be happy about that. Another barracks probably going down here, or maybe a starport. So yeah, getting a lot of macro stuff out there at the moment. Macro wise, MMA is starting to catch up. That 3rd base has got to be producing workers by now, and yes it is. Oh, look at this dropship, man. It's got a couple of widow mines, but you don't want to drop a widow mine down into those guys. Here he goes, bit of boost over to the other side, drop some guys there. He's gonna burrow, manages to get the burrow right there, and does kill a bunch of workers. The Baileys are coming in. Are they going to explode themselves, do some friendly fire damage to take out the widow mine? I am not sure, but he's getting a spore crawl out there, and the spore crawlers actually do build fairly fast, so I think he's going to be able to beat the timing on these guys being reloaded. I think so anyway. This guy might be a bit close, but I'm pretty sure he's going to beat this guy. Oh, it's... yeah, I think he's got it. I think he's got it. There we go. Ling's going nuts. Widow mines almost able to reload, but not quite. So there we go. So you can actually build a spore crawler before the widow mines reload if you are fast enough. That's very, very interesting to know. And yeah, let's check out the income. MMA pushing really, really hard with that early third base, has pushed himself up. Although, as I said that, Snute just built like 10 workers. So he's building 5 more at this point. So he's realizing maybe I need to push a little bit harder, or just wasn't getting the workers that he needed to. So he pushed really hard, and now he is in the lead once again. So it doesn't matter how many command centers you really have, because the Zerg can just build as many workers as they want. It's just a matter of getting a nice balance between workers and military units, which the Terran player really doesn't have to worry about, because he's got 3 command centers, so he can fully build on everything, and he doesn't have to sack worker production to get more military units, other than obviously with resources. So let's have a look here. We've got to have a queen coming around sometime soon. Otherwise, this Viking is just going to go to town. It looks like the Viking is going to be getting out of there. Did get 4 kills. Wow, that's quite a lot of kills. These guys only got 1 kill. They're pretty pathetic. And the third base moving on down looks like he's not going for that gold base. Just going for the pretty standard third base timing. The Overlord's going to go down. The Hellions, I don't know what they expected, but they did sack a couple of Banelings, getting some job done. They were the diversion anyway. The main force is over here, and there are Banelings on the main force. So he's pulled back, dropped some Widow Mines down, has done a bit of damage, has killed the first wave of Banelings, but the second wave was just too much. And I think one of them did explode and take out some Widow Mines. He's got the Spore Crawler up there anyway, so yeah, great job. The Marines desperately trying to destroy that, but it did not happen in the end. And what the hell happened down there? Was there a Marine or something? I don't know. But MMA getting pushed back once again, not really getting it done. And Snute continuing to push up. So both players doing an excellent job. MMA mostly on the aggressive side in this game, but not with much success, I would say. He's only killed 2 workers and a whole bunch of other stuff, but that's not really all that important. However, the Viking does scout the 4th base, and MMA is going to have to get control of this, because he's leaving it. Oh man, just a little bit of abandonment issues, I guess, with that Viking. But a couple of dropships are coming up. You're going to be dropping down here, so he's going for a 2-prong attack. The Lings running over, and they're on the high ground. A whole bunch of forces coming in. So MMA has successfully pulled a large portion of the army down to this 4th base. Meanwhile, his main army coming in here, they could potentially snipe these guys while they're getting the 2-2 upgrades. This is going to be pretty huge if he can take those out. Forces the cancel on one, forces the cancel on another, and now he gets the hell out of there and runs for it. Did lose a pretty decent amount of Marines and Marauders, but oh man, 2-2 was halfway done, more than halfway done, I think. And that got reset, so that is... Snute is not going to be happy about that at all. And a very, very nicely timed attack from Mr. MMA with a nice bit of stuff over here. He's actually got some forces down the bottom with them. Actually manages to kill a queen, but the queen does manage to kill a dropship. So nice bit of a trade there. And he can actually get in range to kill those workers and to kill the Lings, so very, very nice. And of course you can see these guys coming a mile away. Oh, actually dropped something on the top side. Not sure if that was a great idea, but the Marauder's still down the bottom. Still doing a fantastic job. And is Snute going to run around the side? Looks like he is running around the side. It's time to get out of there. And there we go. Just got to boost out. Drop on the top side, but I don't know if he can play this game for too long. A Baneling manages to get in there. Everything dies but the Marauder, and it's game over. Meanwhile, another attack happening over here. MMA pushing in once again, but Snute with more than enough forces to go around, and he suffers a catastrophic defeat at the hands of the Zerg player. He's got some more reinforcements coming in. We'll see if they can hold. They push away the Mutas anyway. There's just a sheer amount of Marines, and they're very, very nice. And MMA with 2-2, 3-3 on the way. Snute only just starting 2-2, so that is going to haunt him for quite a while in this game. And here we go. Bailey's going to start to get taken out here just as they're warping in. So Snute's starting to suffer from lack of Baneling numbers. And the Muta's trying the best they can, but there's enough Marines to do some damage, not enough Marines to scare them away. Widowminer hit's starting to go off, but he's just running in a ton of Lings here. And he's starting to push him back, but MMA, the reinforcements continue to go in. All it's going to take is a couple of good Baneling hits for this force to crumble and run, but it has not happened yet. We've had some decent Baneling hits, but not really, really good ones. And there we go, the Marines coming in. More Lings coming in. and they're out of range of the Widow Mines temporarily, so he lifts them up into the medevacs, pulls them on back, runs them back to the range of the Widow Mines, and Snute is appropriately scared of that area of the map considering how many Widow Mines are down there. Taken out a couple of leads, he's got a nice position here, his own bottleneck forced by the Evo chamber right there, takes it out once again, and this time Snute gives the GG. He just had nothing left to throw at Snute, to throw at MMA, sorry, and he could see that he was probably going to lose this expansion. And that was it. Game over. So great pressure from Mr. MMA, and I mean, you saw how close that battle was. Your MMA was on the verge of breaking a few times, but he just managed to hold on. And I can honestly say, I could honestly theorize that if Snute had 2-2 instead of 1-1, he may have broken MMA there because it was so close. And those upgrades can make all the difference. Especially when you're going up against Marines and the Ling attacks really fast. So the Marine attacks really fast, the Ling attacks really fast. Armor and weapons on the Lings make so much difference, but they just didn't have them. And yeah, that's it. Just managed to push through. So just a tiny advantage like that can make all the difference. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching this game. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you guys tomorrow with another one. Stay tuned.